Tax burden. It's killing us all. Democrats, Republicans, independents. You see more and more in the county, multiple families living in the same house trying to save money. Every time the cost goes up, we have to cut back somewhere. I don't see anywhere, I haven't ever heard of what the county is cutting back on. I don't see it. You guys need to advertise that better. Put it on our property tax bill. Here's what we cut to save money because of the inflation. I get my property tax bill, I look at it, tells me this percent went to schools, this percent went to law enforcement. Doesn't tell me where it went, how much went to my schools, where my kids used to go. My current kids, we homeschool. So I'm paying for taxes for the schools, I get nothing out of it. What did Colonial Forge get last year? I don't know. Did we increase the amount of teachers at Colonial Forge? I don't know. We don't see any of this, so it makes us start to wonder where our money's going to. It should be something as simple as I get my property tax bill and there is a link that says, go to this link and you can see how your money was spent. Don't see that at all right now. Have we done, I work for the Army, government civilian. We got freezes. There's a lot of times when somebody retires, we can't replace them. We went from 13 to 4 people because of money. Are we doing that here in this county at all? Do we just keep hiring and expect the taxpayer to just keep doing it and taking it continuously? At some point, you've got to understand we've had enough. I got Democrats in my neighborhood, Republicans, we're fed up with it. Just not everybody has the time to come to us. This is literally the first board I've come to. And I'm been here 30 years in Stafford County, and I've never seen, I can't believe I'm paying over $400 a month just in real estate tax. That is crazy. I lived in North Carolina 20 years ago for $300 a month. And I understand time goes by, cost goes up. New businesses, we got all these new businesses coming in. Where's that money coming from? How come we keep paying more taxes? We keep bringing, I'm being told if we bring these businesses in, we're going to increase the tax base. If that's the case, where's the tax money? Why do you want more from us?
My husband and I, we just moved here last year, so I'm basically here to introduce myself and kind of put myself on the map here. I do have to admit that we left California for lower taxes and lower cost of living. But I probably would have reconsidered if I had known that the taxes had gone up 30% over the last 3 years. That's what I'm seeing. I tried to look at the budget. There were some things in the budget that just were very generic or very general, so it didn't really have a breakdown. So what I plan to do is go through it a little bit deeper. I did talk to my neighbors before coming here to find out if they knew where all the funds were going to. And they didn't really have any idea. So they probably will have a lot of questions like the gentleman that just spoke. They probably will have a lot of questions like that. But I do plan on, speaking with them and then coming back with questions. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of questions. So hopefully the budget gets more transparent as I dig a little bit deeper and things are explained, because they want to know things like, well, if the money went to this specific area, did that project get completed? And things like that. So, what all the money that was planned for that project, did the money go to that actual project? Things like that. So, those are the kind of questions that I know that they want to know the answers to as well. And then, because it's just not sustainable. I mean, coming from California, I know it's not sustainable to be raising taxes like that. For that in that short a period of time.
So when I was growing up, my parents taught me, and I learned in school, a person has to live within their means. So the reason I'm here tonight is to remind the board that you also have to live within your means or the means of the county. One of the things you have to do is look at all the budgets for all the various services that the county has to support and figure out what we're going to spend money on, what we're not going to spend money on, and hopefully do that by living within the county's means. What I want to say is that, as has been mentioned, taxes have gone up 30% over the last 3 years. What have we gotten for that return on our investment? Our children's test scores have gone down. The public school review only gives Stafford County a rating of 6 out of 10, and Stafford County's school board district is 71st out of 130 in the state. So my request is simple. Be good stewards of our taxpayers' dollars. Do your due diligence. do deep dives into all the budgets, see exactly what we're getting for our money, what our return on investment is that return on investment worth it? And finally, if at all possible, I understand it may not be, we need receipts from those services. We need to find out exactly what those services are actually spending the money on. Not what you gave them the money for, but what they actually spend it on. And frankly, that's just basic business 101.